Hello and welcome to BellowD Gaming and welcome to another action Taimanin video. And on this video we will discuss Kamimura Azuma's red, blue and green build. But before that I need to do a follow-up on Akiyama Rinko's Starlight Chaser build. And as you can see here guys, we are on my channel and I actually made a mistake. So pretty much as you can see here, there's Tim. That's the highlighted comment. Mac actually said the Sonic Rain effect is wrong, bro. The armor break happens when the target is electrocuted. Melee attack does not cause electrocute. Oh yes, you are correct. This is my reply. I should have had Shizui as a backup supporter for healing. Rin's passive electrocutes only work for her supporter first. So yeah, that's it. And I do have a pinned comment currently right here on the video, which I actually made a mistake on. So pretty much, this is the proper, setup. So Rin will be first because, passive generates static electricity every 5 seconds, dealing damage equal to 160% of attack, which is actually pretty good, to nearby enemies, reducing their fortitude by 15% for 3 seconds. So when the enemies are electrocuted, you will see the debuff on their heads, and you will actually, do damage to their super armor every 15 seconds. Increase damage dealt for 40% each human type and demon type ally, including yourself. So pretty much, more damage on Rinko, and that's it. That's pretty much it. It's amazing. So put Rin first, and put Shizui on second. If you don't have Shizui, guys, like I said, mix and match other blue supporters for Rinko, and you will be good. All right. So let's go on now with Azuma. Alrighty, now we are with Azuma, guys. So this is pretty much the build guide for Azuma. Earlier we actually did a follow-up with Rinko, and that's pretty much it. And now we're gonna move forward to Azuma. So what we have here, we got Azuma's weapons. So pretty much I got all the UR weapons as well, along with the arena weapon. So we will, nope, not this one. This is the one. Oh, I need to actually move over here. Give me 1 second. Up. And as you can see here, guys, this is the Otake Maru passive. Each critical hit increase the damage dealt to target by 7 seconds up to 5 stack. Pretty much this is the standard Momochi weapon. I got this 2 out of 5 out of the gacha pool. And this is actually a good starting weapon as well for Azuma. Another one is, this is the package weapon, guys, and holy moly, that's a lot of text. So she has a ton of buffs, ton of debuffs, and healing as well on this weapon. So as you can see here, increase unique skill effect by 20%, increase skill damage by 15%, increase an additional 10% against demon type enemies, so she's strong against demons. When attacking with a great sword skill, inflicts damage equal to 5% of enemy's current HP, which is amazing. So more damage again. When attacking demon type enemy, inflicts 10% instead of 10% instead of every 5 seconds. So pretty much instead of the great sword skill, enemy's current HP, it will inflict 10% damage. So she's a knack for destroying demon type enemies. So there we go. When attacking a spear with a spear, heals the character's HP equal to 5%. The damage inflicted upon attack. When attacking demon type enemies, additionally reduces damage taken by 15% for 10 seconds every 15 seconds. That's a mouthful, guys. That's a lot of info. So it's a healing weapon. It's a healing weapon with a certain skill, and it's also a debuff weapon and very strong against against demon type enemies. It is amazing, really amazing weapon. And the heals character HP equal to damage inflicted upon attack. That is basically the spear skill. Whenever you use a spear skill, any spear skill, guys, it works. So pretty much she basically elongates the spear. And we have the arena weapon. I got this 5 out of 5 as usual. Increased damage dealt to other characters by reduce. Pretty much this is for arena. However, guys, this is actually good for as a starting weapon as well, even at 1 out of 5, because this is a UR weapon. And last but not least, this is our weapon, the sacred Cudgel, arbiter of the original sin. Passive, increased damage by 14% against enemies inflicted with electrocute. So yeah, there you go. So every attack of Azuma, she does have flame attacks, but she does have electrocute attacks on, you know, normal attacks as well. Deal damage equal to 270% of attack and inflict electrocute for 5 seconds, which is actually pretty good as well. And it only costs 3 particles. All right. And then this is her SR weapon. This is against demon type enemies. As you know, she's against demon type enemies. And yeah, pretty much her quote-unquote kind of best SR weapon. Increases normal attack damage by 50%, which is basically your normal attack strings, which is a good starting weapon as well, which you can actually use to early to mid game. Late game though, you'll struggle a bit. So I highly suggest get a UR weapon, either arena or get lucky with the gacha. That's it. Okay, so that's the weapons for Azuma. So now what build are we gonna do? Of course, we're gonna start with the green build because yeah, green is always healing. Let's move over here. Whoop. And as you can see here, guys, we got the skill currently with green. This is the build. And yeah, the 4th skill slot, guys, the only thing you need for the 4th skill slot, the Taimanin art. This is the one that you actually need. And I forgot, yeah, we're gonna go to the skill, so I need to go back here. Whoop. And yeah, increase skill damage by 10%, increase damage another 20%, and particle charge by 50%. So this is a must-have, guys. If you have the 4th skill slot, you need to have this, or you can sacrifice 1 skill and just you know, add this to your for your 3 skill slot. So for free-to-play players. But this skill will actually help out you a lot if you have the 4th skill slot because it increases damage. And in action Taimanin, yeah, you need to be fast and you need to do damage, and more damage. That's how it is. Skill damage, yeah, crit doesn't work that well on higher levels. However, guys, skill damage and yeah, base damage and pretty much, you know, damage overall does wonders. So this skill is gonna go into the 4th skill slot, or if you are free to play, sacrifice 1, you know, slot for this one, depending on your gameplay. All right. So what's the green build, guys? So this is our bread and butter, guys. As you can see here, Heavenly Demon Slaying Yilong transforms her weapon into a spear. So there we go. Teleports in the air and deals diving attack. When the slot is applied, inflicts enemy with burn. Increase skill damage by 25%. So this is for green build. She has more damage currently right now with green, and then boom, there we go. And this is the weapon that we're currently using. Yeah, the Otokemaru for this one. You can also use this because yeah, if you need healing for green build. However, guys, like said, her package weapon, remember, this is paid. This is a paid weapon, guys. The Onslaught is a paid weapon. However, guys, we actually got this skill. The Thunder, Thunder Longma transforms the weapon into a great sword, swings the sword covered with electricity and knock up at the attack. Restores HP by 5%. So pretty much, that's the main reason why we are not using the paid weapon here or the package weapon. So we're not using it. So you can use any weapon like said, but currently right now I like you know, to use crit on green build, which is actually pretty good on green. And last but not least, yeah, we got this here. Transform the weapon into a spear, deals an area of attack ahead and inflicts burn on enemies. So there you go, guys. There you go. So you got Fire God Bifang. So increase area of attack by 80%. So you will have more AoE, 2 additional attacks, and increase critical rate by 50%. This is basically similar to, you know, Langshang, but it has a camera angle. It does a camera angle for some reason. It is very similar to Langshang's attack, but this one is more, you know, aggressive and straightforward, as you can see in the animation. All right. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much, you know, green build. Like I said, guys, you can actually use a paid weapon. However, if you don't have the paid weapon, because it uses a lot of spears, so you will basically have healing. So this is what you can use, Otokemaru. So there you go, guys. There you go. And yeah, guys, pretty much that's the weapon for Azuma. So what are the supporter builds that I actually use? So pretty much, yeah, if you have the supporter here, guys, Fire God Kamimura Maika, you can actually use her, increase particle charge from attacks by 50%. When particles are fully charged, damage dealt increased by 5% for 20 seconds, stacks up to 5 times, which is actually very good, guys. Very good for long plays, guys. For if you're doing time attacks, you're doing other stuff, this will stack up to 5 times, which is amazing. You will do more damage and get this 5 out of 5. It will be great. So little big sis will be helping out Micah. So there you go. There you go, guys. And then next would be Ichika. Because why? Because increased damage dealt with melee attacks by 15%. Reduce damage taken from poisoned enemies by 15%. It doesn't matter because what you need is the increase of melee attack by 15%. Another one is this girl. Increased damage dealt with melee attacks by 15%. This is Nagi Kotone. So this is what we're gonna use for her, green build. So there you go. There's a skill. Heavenly Sword, Demon Slayer Lilong, Thunder God Longma, and Fire God Baifang. And then supporters. Yep, there you go. And like I said, guys, if you don't have this, you can use other, weapons for her as well. All right. Which build are we gonna use now? Yeah, of course, we're gonna go for blue build. And pretty much this is the build that I actually enjoy the most because it's so crunchy and it is very satisfying to actually use. So there you go, guys. So what weapon are we going to use with blue build? Yeah, I'm going to use Onslaught. I do have it 1 out of 5. It has the most skills here. So yeah, what are the skills? Of course, like I said, bread and butter, guys. Yeah. Immediately after attack, Heavenly Demon Slayer Yulong. It increases speed by 10% for 6 seconds. This is actually pretty good. You have increased speed, you will do more DPS, and Azuma hits like a truck. So there you go. And this is her best skill currently right now, in my opinion, because Thunder God Tofei transforms her weapon into a greatsword, deals an air attack 2 times, then an additional attack ahead, inflicts electrocute on the enemy. Put the enemy towards the character. Basically, she pulls enemies in. Increase the air attack by 50%, which is actually pretty good. And increase skill damage by 150%, which is amazing. You will do more damage on this one. All right. And then, last but not least, we have, Fire God Panlong. So slams the ground with a weapon, dealing a stun attack, and transforms her weapon into a spear. Swings the flaming spear in a wide arc and dealing additional attack, and inflicts enemies with burn. However, guys, transforms, if you have it at blue, transforms the weapon into a great sword, inflict electrocute on enemy instead of burn. So there you go, electrocute. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. And why? Because electrocute. Oh, not this one. We can actually use this. Why? Because Sacred, the Arbiter of Original Sin, passive, damage by 14% against enemies inflicted with electrocute. So this is very good for blue build, guys. This weapon. So this is what we're gonna use later on the gameplay for blue build. All right. So there we go. Supporters, basically, I'm using this is not an electrocute supporters, so we can actually use either Rin, as well as you can see there with Rinko. I do have Rin with Rinko, so you can either use Rin or you can use Yanagi Matsuo. I know she's poisoned, however, deals damage equal to 400% of attack. All enemies by swinging a poison blade inflict poison equal to 100% of attack for 12.5 seconds, which is actually a area attack that hits all enemies, become immune to poison, increase skill damage by 24% against poison. However, guys, the best you can actually put here is actually Rin, which I actually have on Rinko. So it's going to be a mix. That's going to be a mishmash currently right now on the build. So, but the main crux on this one is that you can use Rin as well, or you can use any other supporters that will actually benefit your stuff. You will benefit more with Rin, this supporter with Azuma on blue build. However, if you don't have it, you have poison build, you have stack of debuffs against debuffs to debuffs. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. for now, guys, so you can actually, we can get the most out of it, we will use Rin supporter here. And then next would be Sayano Mifuyu. This is a free supporter. When using a skill, fire noise attack that causes an enemy dealing 120 damage, has a 30% chance to increase critical rate of damage with the noise of 6% every second. So you have, a 6%, drop off on your defense. Basically, she's similar to Homura. However, guys, again, she has this one, damage to electrocute enemies as well. And that's the main reason why you can actually use the package weapon here, because most of the skills here is basically spear type, and it actually heals. So there you go. That's how when attacking equals spirit, and yeah, inflicts damage equal to current HP, and yeah, heals with the spear. So if you're healing with spears, yeah, you're good. You're good with this one with the package weapon. However, guys, in my opinion, if you just want DPS and just damage, use her, gotcha weapon instead for electrocute. So there we go. And then, sorry. Now we are now going to Azuma's red build. So pretty much, yeah, this is her most straightforward build and pretty much the easiest build currently to use. And yeah, pretty much, yeah. And we got a very sexy costume here. However, yeah, this is what we're gonna use for her red build. So what's the weapon? Yeah, of course, you can use like I said, guys, mix match her weapon. It doesn't matter. She is very strong, as you can see on the gameplay later on. And yeah, skills to use, yeah, Heaven Sayer Lilong, like I said, guys, increase area of attack by 25%, very, very good. And then Fire God Hoshu, as you can see there, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, what will happen here on her, full red build, transforms her weapon into a sphere, deals an area attack on surrounding enemies, inflicts burn, increase area of attack by 50%, which is huge. Add 3 additional attacks, which is again very good, and increase critical damage by 250%. There we go, guys. And then, last but not least, we have Thunder God Hinui. So what's this? Transforms a weapon into a great sword, performs a dash attack, inflicts enemies with electrocute, increase speed by 20%. So there we go, guys. There you go. And like I said, guys, 4th skill slot, always the Taimanin art. Use that. Use that. Supporters. So what do we get here? We got Galilim. She's also a free supporter, guys. She's on the archive. Increased damage dealt to enemies with debuffs with 22%. So electrocute, that's a debuff, and reduce damage taken by 22%. So you'll be more tanky. And then hers Hurricane deals 1040 damage to all enemies for 15 seconds. Increased debuff duration by 50%. The electrocute debuff will be good. So currently right now, yeah, this is actually pretty nice. And then we also have Stella here. Increased damage dealt to all enemies by 30%. So she's very good on red build. She does a ton of damage for your characters. And then, yeah, we got Nagi Kotone here. Not Nagi Kotone, but Momochi Nagi, guys. So pretty much suppressed type character damage is increased by 24%. And suppressed type character damage is decreased by 24%. Makes you more of a DPS machine and makes you tankier as well. But there you go, guys. There you go. That's the build for red. So what are we going to use first? Of course, we're going to use red on the gameplay. So let's go on with the gameplay. Alrighty, guys, we are now at Tower 75 as per usual. We have Azuma here with red build, and then we're gonna use her on blue build and then green build at last. So pretty much, yeah, like I said, guys, you can mix match the weapons depending on what you have. If you need healing, use the package weapon for the spear attacks, and if you basically need just DPS, just use the other weapons. Just mix and match. UR weapons are good. The starting SRs are so-so, but as long as you can actually use it properly, yes, it will work just fine. All right, there we go. All right, we got Azuma here. All right, I'm gonna show you guys how powerful this she is. The red build. Look at this. Oh man, that's the reason why the follow-up is actually really needed. Boom. And there we go. Oh shoot, I got hit. Doesn't matter. Then follow-up. Yes. The follow-up is so good, guys. And then boom, boom, boom. And then boom. Man, that is so strong, guys. That is so strong. There we go. All right, we got the gremlin here. All right, let's use the supporter. And yeah, we're gonna get mobbed. Doesn't matter. But yeah, we got this. Okay. Boom, and then follow up. Boom. Oh man. Then, yeah, there we go again. Oh man, she's so fun to play. She is so fun to play with that follow up. And she's very easy to use, guys. That's the main reason why I am telling you right now, guys. Get Azuma if you actually have her on. Yeah. If you're a free-to-play player, guys, she's a good starting character, 100%. All right, let's go on with green build. This is her healing build. Alrighty, guys, this is now for green build. This is her healing build. We're gonna kick some butt with this one. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Okay. As you can see here, guys, yeah, this is so similar to, Langshang, and yeah, she has a ton of setups as well. So all you need to do is just attack, and then boom, do that, boom, charge. Oh, sorry. Go and boom. And when they're stunned, oh shoot, doesn't matter. We can use this and get our HP back. Very, very nice. Boom. Very, very good. All right, there's the gremlin again. And oh, get out, get out. Get some HP back. Okay, got this. Boom. Oh man, yeah, that's the only thing with green build. You do have survivability, but you don't have super armor. That's the thing with green build. So yeah, it does have healing, but yeah, it's more for survivability than anything else. And boom. Let's use this. Boom. Boom. Alright. Yeah. Sakura's, the most intimidating here currently, but yeah, the tankiest here is Rinko. That's it. Alright. Yeah, just like I said, guys, red and blue is basically the best. But for healing builds, yeah, this is actually for survivability. As you can see here, my HP is not draining, guys. Look at my HP. It's still up. That's the main reason why Azuma's so good. That's the reason why you need to get this character. She's pretty OP. She is pretty OP. She's way up there, in my opinion. Alright, now we're gonna go with my favorite build, the blue build. And yeah, guys, we are now with blue build. This is my favorite build for Azuma because yeah, it's really crunchy. And yeah, we're gonna use the Rin supporter here because yeah, it has electrocute. However, guys, like I said, you can mix match other supporters as well, like poison, shielding, or any other supporters, depending on what you have. And this is the main reason why. So crunchy. Love it. Oh man, that is so strong. Look at this again. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Blue and red are so good for her. I think they actually did that because for blue is electric and fire is red, so that's the main reason why they made that. Green is good, but yeah, it's more for survivability than anything else. And as you can see here, everyone's debuffed and electrocuted. And there you go. I can just do this and that with them. And boom, dead. much faster and much better. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's the gameplay of Azuma. So with that being said, guys, what can I say with Azuma? She's very strong. She is an S tier character, yeah, from the get-go. She's better than Kara, which is actually, pretty, sweet. We actually got a good supporter, or not a good supporter, but a great, character currently right now on the anniversary. So pretty much, yeah, get her for free-to-play players. Highly suggest, yeah, you can get her with gems, 100%. She's a must-have. So pretty much that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, take care, stay safe, like, comment, subscribe for more anime and gaming content. And thank you very much to my members and subscribers. You guys are all awesome. Awesome member shoutouts here. We got Archon02, T3, Valtor, and Savitar. Thank you very much for being my awesomer members. Thank you guys for all the support. We are now at 8K subs. Thank you, and bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.